Well, the name of the group is Anakronos because we have a very healthy, learned and respectful disregard for proper chronology. It's medieval music, but they're playing on modern instruments and coming from various backgrounds with different styles, jazz, contemporary classical, and also medieval. And so we make a completely new and I think very interesting sound.
I come from the funky side of modern classical and a lot of classical chamber music. Nick would play mostly jazz, but he also writes contemporary music. Katrina is mostly early music, like medieval and Renaissance. And Francesco is both early music and jazz. He's an improviser in the early music scene.
Classic late medieval sounds. So the material that Katrina has collected is a few different things that come from sort of middle to late Middle Ages, I guess. Some of them are very simple. The thing is with this music is that the further back you go, the less we know about the music, and certainly the less we know about how the music was performed. So that gives you a lot of freedom. Some of the other material that she brought, which is late medieval music, is on the other hand extremely complex, rhythmically and counterpoint-like. I think for those pieces it was more just the idea of trying to imagine different sounds, more modern sounds that could go with that type of music, which is already quite complex in itself, so we couldn't really change that much. But certainly hearing instruments like a bass clarinet or a soprano saxophone doing that repertoire, it's very different and quite interesting.
What I really like about this project is that Katrina has such a kind of pure voice and really holds this kind of very ethereal kind of azure space while we do all these different kind of crazy things around it.
In 1324, there was a witch hunt in Kilkenny, and Petronilla de Meath became the first person in recorded history to be burnt alive at the stake for the heresy of witchcraft. The person responsible for this was the Bishop of Ossory, Richard de la Dread. The bishop composed these incredibly nightmarish sorcery charges, I mean, like something out of Hieronymus Bosch paintings. But he also wrote incredibly beautiful poetry, rich in imagery, just gorgeous. And these poems are contained in a manuscript that is now in St. Canice's Cathedral in Kilkenny called the Red Book of Ossory. The bishop intended that his poems be sung by the priests and choristers of St. Canice's Cathedral so that they wouldn't pollute their throats by singing profane secular lyrics. They were supposed to be sung to tunes of the day. So I've set them to medieval music, but then we've done something completely new with them. We've used influences of jazz and contemporary classical and all kinds of other sounds to make a completely new type of music.